Buenos días, buenas tardes, o buenas noches, depende en la hora. I want to go over discussions before I grade the first discussion to make sure that you have a strong understanding of what it is I'm looking for. This is our opportunity to be able to practice communication, which is a back and forth, a give and take, with the limited amount of Spanish that you have and they're going to have this year. The more we practice it, the stronger and easier it's going to be for you in a situation in which you really do need to get information. And the more you practice being able to ask questions, the more control you have over where a discussion goes, which is extremely important and is also a confidence booster. So what I want to do is just briefly go over the rubric to make sure that you see that there are some very specific things that I'm looking for. Okay, so in this, the rubric is basically the same throughout the year. So we're going to be looking at, can you produce some very basic communication? Are you able to identify what's being asked of you or said to you? And are you able to ask and answer questions? That's a little more of that give and take. So here we go. The first one, producing basic communication and participating in it. To be advanced, you need to have a discussion that includes at least 2 comments with multiple people. So 2 comments can be your original post, somebody has commented to you, that could be a question, but it may not be, and then you responding back. And now as we go with this, it can be I'm from Colorado too. Or later on, we're going to learn how to say things like, I like this as well. And so it needs to be more than me too. It needs to show that you actually understood what the other person said to you, but you're still being very basic with it, okay? Bueno is not considered a comment, all right? It's an acknowledgement that you heard something, but it's not a comment back. So as we're going through with this, that's what's going on. As we're asking the backs and forth. Now, it could also be you asked somebody a question, they responded and maybe asked you a question, and you came back and answered their question. That would also work. Notice to be proficient, you've done this with at least 2 of your peers, except for this very first one, in which you have to do 3. Okay. So that is something that you can go in and you can count and say, have I done this? The next one's a little more difficult. It's, are you using and are you responding appropriately? Are you using the Spanish that you need to use? That's one of those you can look at. Did I say bueno or did I actually add more? Okay. Did I respond in a complete sentence as I've learned what a complete sentence looks like? So it's soy de Colorado, more so than just Colorado. That is one way to move up this. Another one is, did you ask a question? Well, in this first one that I'm using as our example, preguntas, you have to use, that's the purpose of this. So these are questions that you can recycle throughout the year. So it's good to keep these in mind. All right, and so basically it is, did you ask and or answer a question? Needs to appear somewhere in there. And then you did both. Okay, with some detail on that. Once again, is a soy de Colorado, soy de Louisville. I've added some more detail, okay, by giving you the city as well. So please use this rubric to help you improve on how you're practicing discussions, which then relates into a better grade. As always, contact me if you have any questions y nos hablamos.